Most people use automation and AI to mean the same thing. They don't. And mixing them up is costing people real money. Here's what automation actually is. A set of rules, a trigger happens, a sequence runs every single time, in exactly the same order. Someone fills out a form, a Slack message fires, a row gets added to a spreadsheet, an email goes out, no thinking involved, no decisions made. Just a machine following instructions you wrote once. That's not a limitation, by the way. That's the whole point. Automation is fast, cheap, and perfectly consistent. A rule-based workflow doesn't have bad days. It doesn't misread context. It doesn't take lunch. If the trigger happens, the action fires. Full stop. AI is a completely different category, not better or worse than automation. Different. AI doesn't follow a fixed script. It reads context, makes a judgment call, and produces an output that changes depending on what it's looking at. The same input can produce a different output on Tuesday than it did on Monday, because context shifted. Think about what that means in practice. You can automate sending a follow-up email after a deal closes. That's a rule. But deciding what to say in that email based on the deal size, the industry, and what the client mentioned on the last call, that's judgment. That's where AI earns its place. Here's where most operators go wrong. McKinsey found that around 70% of companies piloting AI tools report low adoption because the underlying processes weren't automated first. They're asking AI to make decisions inside a workflow that's still manual. That's like hiring a brilliant analyst and making them do data entry before they can do anything useful. So the sequence matters. And most people get it backwards. The instinct when a business starts growing is to add people, more support staff, more ops hires, maybe an agency to handle the overflow. But what you actually need first is to figure out which parts of your work are rules and which parts are judgment calls. Rules get automated. Judgment calls get an AI layer on top of a clean, automated foundation. If you skip that step and just throw headcount at the problem, you're scaling chaos. A clean way to think about it. 3 questions before you touch any. 1. Does this task have a consistent, repeatable trigger? 2. Does the output change based on context or nuance? 3. Is a wrong decision here expensive or just slightly annoying? If you answer yes, yes, and expensive to all 3, that's an AI job sitting on top of an automated pipeline, not a new hire. Companies that get this right end up with a very small team running a surprisingly large operation. Not because they're clever with technology, because they were honest about what kind of work each task actually is. The ones who get it wrong keep hiring. Their headcount grows, their margins shrink, and they're still the bottleneck. Automation handles what's predictable. AI handles what requires judgment. Neither one replaces the other, and neither one replaces the need to actually understand your own workflow before you build anything. Get the foundation right, and one person with the right stack genuinely outperforms a team that never stopped to ask the question. If that's the kind of thing you're building toward, stick around. There's a lot more of this coming.